So another person that we talked to about the efforts to raise the age in North Carolina was Eric Zogry. He's the North Carolina Juvenile Public Defender, and he oversees juvenile defense across the state. Here's what he had to say.
How much do you expect HB 280 to change by the time hopefully it reaches the Senate and comes out of that House?
Well, we know that, for example, in the Senate, there is a bill that offers to have only misdemeanors be processed in the delinquency system. So the conversation is going to start, I think, about the seriousness of certain offenses or certain class of offenses, and I think that's going to have to be discussed and kind of wrangled out before we get a final product. But I think it's encouraging that the Senate is having a conversation in addition to having the companion bill.
Can you talk to us about some of the economic benefits that we stand to gain if we see the age raised?
Sure, and I think the biggest one is when you don't criminalize somebody who's 16 or 17, they have the opportunity to do so much, whether it be going in the working field immediately, whether it's getting an education, whether it's going into the military and learning other skills and applying that. All those doors start to open and are not closed in your face when you have to check off that box immediately that you've been convicted, even if it's a minor offense, a misdemeanor, because we are basically crippling this state by assigning these criminal records to folks who could be working, could be going to school, who could be productive to our society. At the same time we're doing that, they're not receiving any sort of positive reinforcement as youth to develop into more productive folks.
So you just heard from Eric Zogry, who made a solid case for why criminalizing our youth harms children, our communities, our families, and our economy. 48 states have raised the age with positive results. It's time for North Carolina to get on board and catch up.